What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, guys, we're going to give you guys a step-by-step guide on Thorchain, Thorswap, as well as a XDEFI wallet guide. This will be a troubleshooting video for those of you having problems connecting, having problems swapping, just troubles in general or problems in general that you're having. So let's go ahead and start over on Thorswap. Now, Thorswap, you can connect many different wallets. In fact, let's go ahead and disconnect them all so we can walk through this process with you. But when you connect, you have you can select through many different wallets. If you guys don't have an XDEFI, a TerraStation, a MetaMask, a Ledger, if you don't have any of these, you can simply just create a key store. Once you create a key store, you just enter the password and it will download like a little file onto your computer. It's really, really small. And every time you want to use Thorswap, all you got to do is upload that key store and type in the password. But let's just assume you want to get the XDEFI wallet. In my opinion, this is probably going to be the best wallet to use. A lot of people like Trust Wallet. You can use Trust Wallet through Wallet Connect. Me personally, again, I prefer XDEFI. It's really good. It's the sauce. And if you guys are just using TerraStation wallet, you can only use that for Cosmos. So I would recommend getting a XDEFI wallet. You can download one here on XDEFI, and it's simple and easy to use. Let me go ahead and show you guys the UI interface on this XDEFI wallet. So on the XDEFI wallet, it literally lists all the different tokens that you have. It'll say like, hey, this is AVAX, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, BNB. It also has the Binance Smart Chain BNB. You don't need the Binance Smart Chain one. But if you even have XDEFI tokens, you can stake it right here. Now, what's really cool is you can actually buy tokens directly through XDEFI on-ramp. So this will allow you to buy tokens in general. Now, keep in mind, when you are using XDEFI and you already have MetaMask on your browser, this is one quick tip I always recommend everyone does. Close out your browser, restart everything, but before you do so, come over to XDEFI and click this simple little button. There's a hamburger menu at the top right-hand corner. I couldn't show it to you. Anyways, on your wallet, you'll see like a hamburger menu. It looks like it's being cut off right now. Click on that hamburger menu. It'll give you a drop down. This thing right here, prioritize XDEFI. Now, bear in mind, when you're doing this, this will make it a priority and it'll show up as the wallet connection first, which is why when we go to connect, it'll say disable XDEFI wallet for MetaMask. It won't work like this. So I get really, really annoyed when I go to a website and XDEFI shows up and I'm trying to get to MetaMask. There's a workaround for this. All you have to do is go to XDEFI and this three little, we'll call that a stoplight menu, or a traffic light menu. You can go to this can read and change site data. You see how I did on app.thorswap.finance? That means it's only going to be on this website. If I do on all sites, this thing will like go nuts and ham and it like always selects this. And I'm like, bruh, I only use you for Thorchain right now. Please don't do this to me now. So I select on app.thorswap.finance. You can also do when you click on the extension, but it has you refresh the page every time. But I know when I go on Thorswap, I'm stinking using XDEFI because, dude, it's the sauce. So we're going to go ahead and connect our wallet. Now that you guys went through that troubleshooting, you remember you need to prioritize and make sure it's selected for app.thorswap.finance only. You can do it for other ones as well when you go on their website, but let's just start with Thorswap. So we're going to connect our XDEFI wallet. Now our wallet's connected, and we're like, what the snap? We got a lot of tokens, but oh, man, we don't got any rune. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, so these are all our different tokens that we have. If you wanted to, you can simply open up the wallet page. I actually really like this little layout. It's pretty cool, but it basically lays out everything for you in a really cool manner. It says, hey, you got Bitcoin, Doge, BNB. Obviously, I don't have those right now, but it itemizes everything. Like when it says no data to display, that means you got nothing. That means like, dude, what the snap? Like you need to get some dough. Or if it just shows 0, that just means, psh, loser. You got no money. But anyways, as you guys can see here, you got ETH and XRune. These are both ERC20 tokens. I have both of those in my wallet right now. So being that I have ETH and XRune, it shows up. This is the amount that's here, and it's less than 0.01 ETH, but it shows the dollar value. So I have some in here. Now, there are a couple things that you guys need to know when you're using Thorswap. When you go to swap over here, you can only swap with the tokens that are in your wallet. There is a workaround for this. All you do, if you're trying to like check prices or whatever, is click down here. And you just click whatever token you want, and then you switch it, and then you go to the token you want. So let's say, for example, I wanted to swap some USDC into some Rune. Well, I can't do that because I don't have any USDC in my wallet, and this is really irritating me, and I'm mad, and I need to see USDC and Rune price. So what do? Well, I simply just go here, I go to USDC, make sure you select the bottom one, and you just swap it like that, and we say Rune. Bam! Problem solved. Now if we want to swap Rune to USD, that's it. You say, hey, I want to do one. It says 1 Rune equals 9.99 USDC. That's it. That's a workaround for it. Same thing for USDC. If you want to swap USDC to Rune, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat, you could see $9.99. Yeah, man. That's one of the first tips. Well, actually, second tip / third tip. I'm sure there's other ones as well, which is this common one. People are trying to swap Bitcoin for Rune. And they're sitting there, they put the transaction through, and all they see is a stinking loading screen, and they're twiddling their thumbs. Guys, Bitcoin, the block times minimum are 10 minutes. So that means you're going to sit there and twiddle your thumbs for 10 minutes until that swap goes through. So when you're doing that, you do need to make sure you up the slippage tolerance just a bit. You don't want to go nuts and ham because you're going to get wrecked on like the swaps and the fees and whatnot, and you don't want to do that. But you want to keep it in a reasonable percentage. Like if you do 0.001, the swap's going to fail and you're going to be irritated. You wasted like 10-15 minutes and the swap didn't go through, and you're going to have to repeat the step. So if you're doing Bitcoin, I would look at like 1%, and then you can swap it. But I mean, that's just in general, mainly for Bitcoin. If you're using something like Litecoin, Ethereum, I mean, you can get a little tight on the slippage. I mean, Ethereum, just keep in mind, if you get too tight on your slippage, you're going to get wrecked on the gas. So let's show you an example of how you can edit the gas and adjust it. We're going to do an ETH transaction. So we're going to do some XRune. So now I'm going to do the max XRune and swap it for Rune. And I'm going to hit approve. And I'm going to hit confirm. You can see here, XDEFI is popping up. Now there's a couple cool features that you guys can use with this. Now, my favorite website to use is TX Street. When I go on TX Street, I can literally go on this little website and it will tell me the going rate of ETH gas fees and Bitcoin gas fees. Right now it's 44 Gwei, 49 Gwei, plus 1 Gwei, whatever. So I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I need my transaction to go through fast. So I probably need to do 50 Gwei because you can see 49, 44. That will put me in the top block space. So I can see here my max fee is 20 Gwei. So I need to do 50 Gwei, and then this is plus 1, so technically 51 Gwei. So the priority tip, I always do 1 because this is just like the miner's tip, and I'm a cheap tipper. No, I'm just kidding, guys. The priority tip is really irrelevant. It's just what you're tipping to the miner. So in this scenario, if I did 50 Gwei, this would actually get my transaction through like almost instantly because everyone else is paying 36 Gwei. So right now it's 50 Gwei, and my priority tip is 1. So I'm sauce right now. This transaction will go through. Now it says 50 for the max fee, but technically it's 49 because my priority tip is 1. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're out there tipping 25 or tipping 30, tipping 40, whatever, you minus that from your max fee and you're technically only paying whatever gas fee that is. So let's say, for example, my priority tip is 20 and my max fee is 50. Well, that means the max fee I'm going, like my bare bones minimum is going to be 30 Gwei. And with 30 Gwei, I can get through. But if I tip 40, well, 10 Gwei ain't going to cut it. So that's like butter sauce. Nah. So then we hit save and we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and reject this because I want to show you how you can get this feature on XDEFI so you can edit your gas. Because if you aren't able to edit your gas, I mean, sometimes you'll pay like nuts and ham. Like, dude, $24 for a gas fee with transactions going for about 36 gwei, you're getting raped. That's not good. So that's just a quick tip. Now, let's talk about a couple of other features on XDEFI that are really like. So say, for example, you drop a random ERC20 token and you try to add the asset. The asset doesn't show up here. And you're like, what the snap? This is really bad, even though they have like, I don't know, 100 million assets listed here. But you just apparently, like, you just got a new poop coin and you just want to send it to your XDEFI wallet because you just want to. All you got to do is put in the custom token address. If it's Ethereum, great. If it's BSC, Polygon, Terra, Avalanche, whatever it is, you just enter the token contract address, token symbol, and the decimals of precision. So if it's like, if it has 18 decimals, then you type 18. If it's just a stinking NFT, well, then you put 0. Because if you put 1, then it'll be like 0.1 NFTs, and that's like really annoying. Like, you have 1 NFT, but it says you have a 10th. Well, take out the decimal. Now, that's a little feature with Thorchain. You can also pin the common tokens that you have. So if you're like, all right, I'm going to pin this to the top because I always use this joker. I got to know my token balances. You could do that. You could just pin them all to the top and just be like, boom, pap, what the snap? I'm done. So boom, we just pin them to the top. And that way we can always see our balances for them. Now, also some really cool features on XDEFI is this. If you go to the transaction history, say for example, you accidentally send that gas fee with 20 gwei and you're like really salty and you're just sitting there and you're like, dude, this is like taking forever. I don't know what's going on, but I need this transaction to go through. Well, if you go on this little transaction recent history thing, there will be a transaction that says pending right here. If you click on the transaction when it says pending, it will allow you to speed it up just like in MetaMask. It is the sauce. You can click it, you speed it up, enter the amount of gwei you want. Make sure you consult with TX Street to make sure you're doing the sauce, especially if it's like you're way behind on it. Just add a little more gas. I mean, come on now. It's okay. I mean, we're already paying up at the pump. Let's pay up at the ETH pump now, or whatever chain you're on. So yeah, that's another feature of XDEFI. Let me consult my ADHD notes to make sure I'm following it right. All right, so we went over the wallet won't connect. Actually, no, we didn't. I've had this happen to me a couple times. I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is specifically with Brave browser, and it's really annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click XDEFI. This is when you had to reload the page extension, and we're reloading it right now to see what happens. Okay, so I just clicked it. It's going to prioritize it, and I'm going to connect it. This is the problem. If you don't prioritize it, it's going to do this little glitch thing, and it's really, really annoying. I click on the wallet. Something went wrong. Internal error has occurred. So again, let's go ahead and see if we can replicate this or just fix it so it doesn't happen. So as you can see here, I try to play around with the wallet and I get this. Submit crash report, like all kinds of garbage. All you got to do is open up a new browser or delete the XDEFI wallet, reinstall it, and re-upload your keys into it. Sometimes if you're using the old wallet update, which was a long time ago, depending on when you started in, and then again, sometimes it also is glitchy on the Brave browser. Go over to Google Chrome and download the XDEFI wallet and re-upload your keys. It'll run as smooth as butter and it works like sauce. So we're going to prioritize XDEFI and we're also going to enable it on the Thorswap website. And that will fix that problem. So now I can simply go click on wallet and it doesn't go blank white screen and we all go like, whoa, it worked. This is so cool. So yeah, that's the other step. Now we already went over transaction didn't go through. That's mainly talking about slippage on Bitcoin because it's a longer transaction. But yeah, now you can't swap the token. Now let's say, for example, I want to swap some, I already got some BNB. So yeah, like, what's a good example? Yeah. So let's do, well, I can't even swap Bitcoin because I don't even have it. But basically, like the common question or the common problem I've heard people say is, hey, I'm trying to swap BUSD or let me see. Yeah, BTCB. These are BEP2 tokens. You see how it says BEP2, BEP2, BEP2? That means you need BNB for gas. So I have BNB for gas right now. So my transaction is going to go through. I'll show you what it looks like. Let's do BEP-USD. So BEP-USD or BUSD for Bitcoin. As you guys can see here, the transaction fee is BNB. If you don't have BNB in your wallet, you're going to be sauced. Like the transaction won't go through. It's not going to do nothing. I mean, the BNB is cheap. Just get some BNB in your wallet. Keep in mind, it is BEP2, not BEP20. Don't be like, what the snap? I'm going to my MetaMask and I'm going to send it to this address. It's going to be like, what the snap, bro? No, you cannot do that. So to get your BNB address, you can simply go to your XDEFI wallet. And if you scroll down, you have Binance Smart Chain, which is trash. Don't touch it. You go to BNB. This is Binance Chain. If we go to copy chain address, this is what you want to get. You can also go to your wallet toggle right here, and you can see Binance Chain, BNB. That's your clue. If it starts with BNB, that's Binance. If it starts with 0x, that's Binance Smart Chain. So BNB, sauce. 0x, nah, bruh. Not today. So that's how you can keep it in mind for the gas. Now, liquidity won't show up. Oh, dude, I just added liquidity. It won't show up. Like, what the snap? Refresh the page. It'll show right up. It's pretty awesome. And if it doesn't show up after that, it just means your transaction didn't go through. So if you go to pending LP, just wait. It takes some time for the pending deposit to show up. Chill. Take it easy. Relax. Now, there are a couple of features on the liquidity section. I'm going to go ahead and open up a wallet where I have some tokens in here. All right, so guys, as you can see here, we went to one of these sections and we're going to one of these pools. So I see this BTCB and I'm like, cool, this is interesting. So when you go over to Thor yield, after clicking that button, you can be like, what the snap? Why won't it show up? Well, sometimes it doesn't show up. Just make sure your address is at the top of the landing page under the accounts. So once you do that, you're sauce, you're good. So you keep doing what you do. So you can scroll down. You can see all of your performance here. And you can see LP versus HODL, or LP versus HODL, whatever. LP versus HODL APY. The APY is crazy because Rune is taking off. And this is a stablecoin pool. So you guys can see all the junk here. So you can be like, man, I'm up 10%. This is awesome. Man, I'm up 28%. This is awesome. Oh man, $10 Rune price, $1 BUSD, my withdrawal fee. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. So what is my fee earn? Well, I can see it. You guys can't see it. But you can see I basically made 28% on the money in 12 days. This one made 10% on the money in 6 days. So you can see all this really cool, interesting information. I really like the layout and UI. It's almost like it's built complex for people who want to look into it, as well as it's built simple for someone who's just like, yeah, I just want to deposit and look cool and have some fun. So yeah, that's how you can mess with that. Those are some little glitches to keep in mind. Like if this doesn't show up, if it's like a forever loading page, like so, like this, if it does this, make sure your address is entered in at the very top of the search page. If it's not entered in at the top, well, you don't have any sauce. Okay, so now let's talk about a couple of other things. Now, let's say, for example, you are trying to swap UST between native Rune. In order to make this swap occur, you need to have the transaction fee in Luna. So keep this in mind. The transaction will not go through without gas, guys. Don't be like, I'm trying to swap USD and it won't go through. Like, what the snap? Okay, look, the problem is because you don't have gas. You need to make sure you have gas. Also, keep in mind, if you're depositing into any of these liquidity pools, say I want to deposit, let's say, for example, 10 BTC. See this slip? Be careful. This slip is a lot of slippage. Then again, I am putting in $500,000 if I do that. So the slip of 1% is warranted. So keep that in mind, especially when you're dealing with smaller pools. So let's say, for example, Litecoin, and we put in 10,000 Litecoin, we're going to see a slip of 53%. Like, what the snap? Like, that's crazy. Don't mess with it. But anyways, those are a couple of tips, tricks, troubleshooting problems that I've come across with XDEFI, and different things you guys can use and do for that that I've learned. I'm sure there's going to be others. Just leave it in the comments below, and I'll be like, yeah, this is what you do, or yeah, this is what you do. Also, some other tips I wanted to mention. If you just deposit Litecoin, you can only withdraw Litecoin. Same goes for Bitcoin, same goes for ETH, same goes for any of the other assets. And the opposite is true for Rune as well. So if you only deposit Rune, you can only withdraw Rune. There's a quick and easy trick to this. All you got to do is say, hey, I want to deposit 1,000 Litecoin and 1 Rune. In order to do this, all you have to do is turn on the advanced deposit. So if you go here at the settings, you click on expert mode. This will allow you to put in as much as you want. I want 1 Rune and 1,000 Litecoin. Go for it. You can do that too. You can be like a boss and do that. But bear in mind, if you're depositing this much Litecoin, some of it's going to be sold into Rune. Remember, these pools are 50-50, but this will allow you at the end of the day to be like, bruh, when I withdraw my tokens, I want some Rune and some Litecoin. Great. Or you can be like, bruh, when I withdraw, I want a ton of Rune and like a little bit of Litecoin. It'll be like, bruh, that's okay. You could do that. It's because you deposited both tokens. It registers your wallet addresses when you do so. Now, that should cover most of the tips, tricks, and things to use. I believe I covered most of it. Also, you can toggle with these buttons and play around with it a bit. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool, kind of easy. You can be like, what's the highest APY? Well, you can just do that. What's the lowest APY? Well, you can do that too. So kind of cool. And you can also refresh prices to make sure it refreshes for you. And always keep an eye on this. The higher this goes, the higher the Rune market cap goes. Because remember, the $1 to $3, or every $1 deposited is $3 juice on the Rune market cap. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to go ahead and leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. We're actually skipping to Proverbs chapter 31 because that's what we do. Proverbs chapter 31 verses 8. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. That's true, man. That's good stuff. I like it. Sauce. See it. Oy vey. I did forget one. It's Ledger. So if you want to integrate Ledger on your XDEFI, go to the hamburger menu. If you go under wallet management, you do connect hardware wallet. It's going to open up an extension, allow you to select your Ledger. It will confirm each chain and you go through the steps. Just make sure your Ledger's plugged in. I can't do it right now for you guys because Puffy the mic is on me right now. She is doing her thing. She's listening to my voice. So I have no compatible devices, but it'll show up. If you're trying to link your Bitcoin, you need to make sure you have the Bitcoin app installed on your Ledger. If it's trying to link your ETH, make sure you have the ETH app installed on Ledger. If it's trying to do Terra or Cosmos, whatever any of the other chains are, make sure that app is installed on your Ledger. Then you can connect, confirm, get it done. Boom, pap, what the snap. See ya. Dude. And one other thing, I'm sorry, there's like so many things. Thorswap, when you are on this and you're connecting the wallet, and let's say, for example, you keep connecting the wallet and you keep having issues, or you have multiple wallets inside your XDEFI wallet and it still won't show up, when in doubt, just disconnect them all. So you literally go to your wallet, we're in XDEFI right now, go to the drop down right here, and you literally hit trash. Like this will disconnect it. And you disconnect every single wallet on here. If you got like 10 of them, disconnect them all, refresh, restart, and literally refresh the page. And now we're going to go ahead and reconnect everything. So we're going to refresh the page, and now we're going to make sure we're in the right wallet. So if you go into your XDEFI wallet, make sure you are on the right wallet you want to be on. I'll show you what I'm talking about shortly. At the top right hand corner, you'll have an account tab. You literally click on that account tab. It'll drop down a bunch of different addresses you can click on. Just make sure you're on the right account that you're wanting to be on. you hit connect, and you connect it to XDEFI. Now once you hit connect, this little pop-up menu right here will show up. I'm just going to select this certain account. I'm going to leave the other ones out, and I'm going to hit next, and I'm going to hit connect. So it connects the account for me. I'm sauced, I'm good to go, and now we're connected. So I connect my XDEFI wallet, and 3, 2, 1, XDEFI. Done. Yes. So we go to our wallet, and we see, oh, what did I just do? We see Bitcoin, Binance, Thorchain. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty weak sauce. I need to get some rune. This isn't good. I'm just kidding, guys. I have some rune. But anyways, yeah, so that's the other tip. Now, if all that fails, all else fails, close down your browser, restart your browser, try it again. If that fails too, restart the whole device and put it back up. When in doubt, restarting the device always makes everything better. Oh, and obviously before restarting the device, make sure you clear your cache and cookies. Like we're talking like hard refresh, like you literally go to clear browsing data, like Chrome, hit clear browsing data, and you just wash it, man. That'll wash like the whole junk, and it'll be good. So yeah, that's the last tip. You guys can also catch me on tweeters at rent a home fast, like literally at rent a home fast.